Hello everyone, welcome you all in today's my class. In today's class, we will start our political science chapter 1, name is power sharing. I thought first we should know what is meaning of power sharing or what is power sharing. So, mm, Power sharing is a system of political arrangements in which power is shared between different levels of the government, between different social groups, and between different political parties, pressure groups, and movements. Okay, that is meaning of power sharing. So, dear students, you have studied that in a democracy, all power does not rest with any one organs of the government. An intelligent sharing of power among the legislature, executive, and judiciary is very important for the design of democracy. In this chapter, the idea of power sharing is explained in detail between the stories of Belgium and Sri Lanka. Also, you will learn the different forms of power sharing. Okay, so I again speak and tell you meaning of power sharing. So power sharing is a system of political arrangement in which power is shared between different levels of the government, between different social groups, and between different political parties, pressure groups, and movements. Okay, so let's start this video with this chapter. So first, ethnic. What is meaning of ethnic? So it refers to a social division between common descent and shared culture. An ethnic group doesn't need to belong to the same nationality or religion. So next you learn the stories of Belgium and Sri Lanka. So here first story is Belgium. So uh, it it a small country in Europe that has a population of about 1 crore. Ethnic diversity in this small country is very complicated. 59% of the population lives in the Flemish region and speak Dutch. 40% of the population lives in the Wallonia region and speak French. The rest 1% of the population speak German. In Brussels, the capital of Belgium, 80% of the population speak French and the rest 20% speak Dutch. So dear students, Belgium in all in sentence meaning is Belgium is a small country in Europe with a population of over 1 crore, about half the population of Haryana. Of the country's total population, 59% speak Dutch language, 40% of people speak French, and the remaining 1% speak German. Okay. The French-speaking population was the minority in Belgium, but they were relatively powerful and wealthy. The Dutch-speaking population was angry and agitated as they experienced unequal economic development and educational opportunities later. Due to these differences, tensions were built up between the French and Dutch speaking communities in the 1950s to 60s. So, the language variation of Belgium. The minority French speaking community was rich and powerful, so that got the benefit of economic development and education. This created tensions between the Dutch speaking and French speaking communities during the 1950s and 1960s. So, accommodation in Belgium, the government handled the community difference very well. Between 1970 and 1939, Belgian leaders amended their constitution 4 times, and came up with a new model to run the government. Here are some of the elements of the Belgium model. The constitutional prescribes that the number of Dutch and French speaking ministers shall be equal in the central government. Some special laws require the support of the majority of members from each linguistic group. Thus, no single community can make decisions unilaterally. The state governments are not subordinate to the central government. Brussels has a separate government in which both communities have equal representation. Apart from the central and the state government, there is a third kind of government. This community government is elected by people belonging to one language community, Dutch, French, and German speaking, no matter where they live where they live. This government has the power regarding culture, educational, and language related issues. The Belgium model was very complicated, but it helped to avoid civic strife between the two major communities. So, I hope you understood story of Belgium. Next we next we study story of Sri Lanka. Okay, so it is an island nation near to the south of India, having an ethnically diverse population. There are two major social groups: Sinhala speakers, which form 74% of the population, and Tamil speakers, which form 18% of the population. The Tamil speakers community was further divided into Sri Lankan Tamils 13% and Indian Tamils 5%. Tamil speaking communities are either Hindus or Muslims, and the Sinhala speaking community is Buddhist. So now let's take a situation of another country. Sri Lanka is an island nation having a population of 2 crore, about the same as in Haryana. Sri Lanka has a diverse population. The major social group are the Sinhala speakers. We read here in this slide 74%, and the Tamil speakers 18%. Among Tamils there are two subgroups, Sri Lankan Tamils and Indian Tamils. In Sri Lanka, the Sinhala community enjoyed the bigger majority and imposed its will on the entire country. Okay, so we studied topic about next we learn topic about majoritarianism in Sri Lanka. So, the democratically elected government in Sri Lanka adopted a majoritarianism policy to establish Sinhala supremacy. Sinhala was made the official language. The government headed preferential policies that favored only Sinhala applicants for government posts, jobs, and universities. These measures only enhanced the alienation feelings among the Tamil speaking population. By the, by the 1980s, numerous political organizations were established which demanded an independent Tamil means state in the eastern and northern part of the country. Thus, this resulted in the civil war. So, in this topic, majoritarianism in Sri Lanka. So, Sri Lanka emerged as an independent country in 1948. The Sinhala community was in the majority, so that had formed the government. They also followed preferential policies that favored Sinhala applicants for university position and government's jobs. These measures taken by the government gradually increased the feeling of alienation among the Sri Lankan Tamils. Sri Lankan Tamils felt that constitution and government policies denied them equal political rights, discriminated against them in getting jobs and other opportunities, and ignored their interest. Due to this, the relationship between the Sinhala and Tamil communities became poor. Lankan Tamils launched parties and struggled for the recognition of Tamil as an official language, for regional autonomy and equality of opportunity in securing education and jobs. But their demand was repeatedly denied by the government. The distrust between the two communities turned into whispered conflict and turned into a civil war. As a result, thousands of people of both the communities have been killed. Many families were forced to leave the country as refugees, and many more lost their livelihoods. The Civil War ended in 2009 and caused a terrible setback to the social, culture, and economic life of the country. So, next we learn topic Belgium accommodation. The Constitution of Belgium was amended four times between 1970 and 1939. 1993 to sort out an arrangement to ensure peace among the people. The main elements of the Belgium models are, so dear students, what have you learned from the stories of Belgium and Sri Lanka? So both countries are democracies, but they dealt differently with the concept of power sharing. In Belgium, the leaders have realized that the unity of the country is possible only by respecting the feelings and interests of different communities and regions. This resulted in mutually acceptable arrangements for sharing power. Sri Lanka shows that if a majority community wants to force its dominance over other and refuse to share power, it can undermine the unity of the country. Okay. So next, Belgium accommodation. Um, in this topic, the Constitution of Belgium was amended four times between 1970 and 1993 to sort out an arrangement to ensure peace among the people. The main elements of the Belgium model are: first is, according to Constitution, the central government will have an equal number of Dutch and French speaking ministers. So first is, most of the powers of the central government were given to the state governments in the country. Second, Brussels will have a separate government in which the two communities have equal representation. Community government was elected by the people who belonged to a particular language speaking community. This government had the power regarding education, language, and cultural related issues. So next we discuss topic about why is power sharing desirable. So you power sharing is desirable. Why? So you will find the answer to this question in the so power sharing is desirable because it decreases the probability of conflict between different social groups. It is the very spirit of democracy. In a democratic rule, power is shared between those who exercise it and who live with consequence of it. So you will find the answer to this question. Why is power sharing desirable? You find question answer to this question in the point below. First, power sharing is good. Power sharing is good because it helps to reduce the possibility of conflict between social groups. The second reason is that a democratic rule involves sharing power with those affected by its exercise and who have to live with its effects. People have a right to be consulted on how they are to be governed. Let's us call the first set of reason prudential and the second moral. The prudential reasons stress that power sharing will bring out better outcomes, whereas the moral reasons emphasize the act of power sharing as valuable. Next, we discuss topic about various form of power sharing. So, various form of power sharing. First, horizontal distribution of power. When first point is horizontal distribution of power, when the power is shared between the different components of the government, for instance, executive, legislature, and the judiciary. Example, India. Okay, next, vertical distribution of power, also referred as to the federal government, where power is shared in the government but at different levels. For instance, a central government for the country and provincial government for each state. Example, USA. Third point, power can also be shared between varied social groups, for instance, the linguistic and religious groups. Example, community government in Belgium. Fourth point, power sharing can also be observed in political parties, leaders, and pressure groups influence or control those in power. So, form of power sharing in all statement meaning is most of you must think that sharing power is equal to dividing power is equal to weakening the country. So, a similar thing was believed in the past. It was assumed that all the power of a government must reside in one person or group of persons located at one place. Otherwise, it would be very difficult to make quick decisions and to enforce them. But these nations have changed with the emergence of democracy. In a democracy, people rule themselves through institutions of self government. Everyone has a voice in the shaping of public policies. Therefore, in a democratic country, political power should be distributed among citizens. In a modern democracy, crisis power sharing can take many forms as mentioned below. So, first is again explain all topics. Horizontal distribution of power. So, power is shared among different organs of government such as the legislature, executive, and judiciary. This is called horizontal distribution of power because it allows different organs of government placed at the same level to exercise different powers. Such separation ensures that none of the organs can exercise ultimate power. Each organ checks the others. This arrangement is called a system of checks and balance. Next, next topic, vertical distribution of power. So power can be shared among governments at different levels. A general government for the entire country and governments at the provincial or regional level, which is called federal government. Okay, third, power can also be shared between varied social groups, for instance, the linguistic and religious groups. So next is power may also be shared among different social groups such as the religious and linguistic groups. Community government means in Belgium is a good example of this arrangement. This method is used to give minority communities a fair share in power. Next topic, power sharing can also be observed in political parties, leaders, and pressures groups influence or control those in powers. So, power sharing arrangements can also be seen in the way political parties, pressure groups, and movements control or influence those in power when two or more parties form an alliance to contest elections, and if they get elected they form a coalition government and thus share power. So dear student, here your chapter power sharing is complete with all the topics. I hope you all understood well. Thank you for thank you for watching.